So, I have one of my amazing clients here with me. I was wondering if you'd be willing to introduce yourself and then also tell me a little bit about your cancer journey, your cancer diagnosis history.
My name is Tracy and from New York. About 21 years ago, I was diagnosed with early stage breast cancer. And then in 2019, due to the treatment, the chemo, I was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy. 2 months after that diagnosis, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And we had then found out that I was BRCA1 mutation carrier. So a lot of health issues and just knew I needed to take some power back into my own hands after that and just knew I needed to change things up a lot.
Now, when you say that you had to change a lot of things up, what was the first things that came to mind that you wanted to grab some control of in your journey? And what did you feel like you could grab control of at that point in time?
First thing was definitely diet. I always thought that there was some sort of connection between food and health, but really no one supported it. Doctors back then, when I would bring it up, I was always told, everything in moderation. And I was like, okay, that I can do. But there was a part of me that knew there was more. And I dove head in, did a lot of research, but it's very overwhelming. For me, it just almost seemed like common sense with the whole food plant-based diet. Like, can't hurt me to add more vegetables and fruits. How could that be a bad thing? How could it be a bad thing to add whole grains? How could it be a bad thing to take away processed food? So in my mind, I was like, it just makes sense. I knew there was a lot of other things, but that one seemed the quickest, the most attainable, and could have the biggest impact right away.
When you say it could have the biggest impact right away, what do you think of when it came to the impact that you wanted it to have right away? Was it mental, emotional, physical? What type of impact were you hoping for?
It was probably everything. Research has shown food can help boost your mood, but it's more than that. It was the empowerment, feeling like I had some say. I can contribute to my health now. And instead of always sitting there so worried and scared, it was like, okay, I'm going to do this and this is going to help me. And it definitely gave me almost a purpose, a mission, something to focus on. So I wasn't so focused on the fear.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So I'm curious. So you did end up joining the Wholesome Journey or my coaching program. And I'm wondering when you were making the decision or looking at joining the program, is there any particular problem that you can think of that, like, and I'm going to go into this hoping that I get it solved? Or was it really just kind of like the overwhelm that was related to nutrition? Or is there anything that comes to mind?
It was both the things that you said. It was definitely I'm a stickler for details. Like, I don't want to just be told, eat more fruits and vegetables. Give me exactly what to do. And I had a hard time finding that. It was definitely cutting through some of the myths, cutting through the conflicting information, but it was also getting that roadmap of this is how you do it. And even the little nuances, which I always ask you about, and that helped a lot to have someone to direct me like that. It also helped to have someone explain everything to me, to not just be like, okay, I'm assuming this is all good for me, but now I know exactly why. But I also wanted to have that person that when I did have those questions, I could bounce it off of someone. Traveling to have someone help me to figure that out. Or, oh, I see this one product, is this good? Is this not good? And to have someone walk me through that, that was so important. And to have someone that didn't mind maybe answering the same question 20 times because I would see conflicting information, get a little neurotic about it, and just be like, are you sure it's okay that I have this many carbs? And but to explain it to me, not to just say, "Yes, that's right." And it really helped a lot so that I can just go into a restaurant and say, "I know what I can get. I know what will work."
Good. I'm glad to hear that. What would you say are the results that you achieved while in the program and even after the program?
I was just at a wedding over the weekend, and when people met me, they just were shocked about how I look, how I act, my physical appearance. I'm 55 and I don't think I've ever been in this good of shape in my life. And again, like I said, with the food giving me so much energy helps with the exercise. My cardiologist I saw 2 weeks ago, and he said, "You're the healthiest patient I have." I'm playing more sports now than I've ever done, lifting weights, doing yoga, keeping up with my son who's 23 when we go for a walk or play tennis. When they used to be so nervous with me, like, "Are you okay, mom? Can you handle it?" Now it's like, Are you tired?" Because I'm not. But just everything else, like certain aches and pains that I used to have, like a bad knee or anything like that, like things kind of disappearing. I think it's the food.
Yeah. Yeah. I love hearing that because you already mentioned it before earlier on, but you said that it's more than just nutrition, right? Like it extends into every facet of your life. Would you agree that if you don't feel well, you don't have the desire to do what you want to do?
Exactly. After COVID and trying to get myself out there more, people were like, "Oh, why don't you take up painting? Why don't you do this?" And I'm just like, I have too much energy for that. I think I'm going to take up tennis. I think and when you feel good, it changes everything. And yes, I still get nervous, obviously, for all these appointments, but I know I'm doing so much.
Look at all this amazing progress that you've made, and your energy levels always make me laugh because when you fill out the check-in forms and you say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your energy like? And it was just like over and over, it was like 10, 10, 10, 10. I was like, man, this is so amazing. So I love to see that because we want to have the energy to do the things that we love to do. And when we don't have energy, that changes everything too.
Exactly, and that was the same forms, similar, that I would have to fill out at the oncologist when I was on the maintenance drug, and it was, "What's your energy level?" And it was always 10, and they were just like, "Wow." And my husband would coach me, and he's like, "Yes, she does not let me sit on the weekends. I have to beg to just sit and watch TV because she just wants to go, go, go." And I never felt that way before.
So to kind of round this out, if you would think about this program and what it's offered you, who would you recommend this type of program to?
I think it's for anyone who wants to empower themselves. I think it's for anyone that's saying, I can do better. I can treat my body better. I can help my body heal. I could have energy as I age. I would even tell my 23-year-old to do this so that he learns, because it would be great if someone started from so early of eating the right way.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's just for people who have a diagnosis. I think it's for anyone, because prevention, that's even better. And when you empower yourself, it helps a lot because you feel like I'm doing my part. I'm doing what I know can help me also. And so mentally, it makes a huge difference.